Welcome to Wedding Mayhem.
About a second late there. Early.
Welcome to our 52nd episode. What's the matter with that?
It's a year. That's what the big deal is. 52.
52
Why not
episodes.
celebrate at 50? 52.
52 episodes is a year.
It's a year, so let's just say it's a year.
Okay.
52 is just, I just don't get it. You're like, it's the 52nd episode, and it's like, wow. No, that's you talking.
Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you so much for supporting us. What? I know.
Anyone there?
Do you know what? It's I can't believe a year has happened already. It's flown by. It has.
We've a lot of time together.
Yeah, a lot of time. It's been good, isn't it? It's lovely, isn't it? Let's get off me. And as you can see,
we've got quite a spread.
We've got quite a spread. So we're going to introduce our guests that did our little spread. Welcome, Amanda.
Hello.
How are you?
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
Happy 1 year. Happy 52 weeks.
They say the first is the hardest, don't they?
Well, has it been hard?
Not for me. I've enjoyed every minute. Have you? No.
The silence says everything.
It will come.
Yeah.
It will come. Literally, she's got like a 5-minute delay or something. I'll get it in this here. So you're.
That's why we don't. I've got a problem with you. Sorry about her. There's a 5-minute delay. She'll be with us in a minute. Anywho.
I just want you to go back to that video that you showed me earlier of the dogs.
Yes.
Point taken.
Yeah, that's only at the minute. Yeah.
So you are from the One Romance,
Yes.
and you are a luxury romance planner.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I bring romance to the world and celebration. And you told me it was your first anniversary, so I bought you a gift.
Oh!
So here we are.
Oh my God.
Is
Is it marking?
Happy anniversary.
You want a puppy?
No?
Oh my God.
I thought it was a prop.
No,
Is it?
you have to open it up.
Hang on, is there a way?
Yeah, you just sort of pull and it should sort
okay.
of
Should
fall
we pull
apart.
together?
Hang on, it's not going to be like a
pull
big
that one.
scary thing.
Hopefully not.
I don't want to wet myself today.
I'm thinking the other thing.
Still got triggering from the
the
camel.
confetti.
Not camel.
Camel.
I'm wetting myself from the cannon.
Oh my God. Oh, I love a bit of organza.
It just sort of flows, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm scared now.
What is it? Is it a Chippendale?
Oh, I like these presents.
Happy first anniversary.
Oh my God, Amanda, that's amazing.
Thank you.
To celebrate.
That's
So
so
remove the
kind
box.
of you.
Well,
Thank
come
you.
over to you, Lauren. Let me move that ugly
I
box
can't
out
get
the way.
Thank you very much.
Lauren was
Happy anniversary.
Lauren's disappointed
Thank
because she
you.
wanted
I love
a
that you're
puppy.
matching it as well.
Oh, well, obviously, all coordinated. It all has to
I
look
was
pretty
holding on
and
to that. She's
beautiful.
taking it. I'm like, no.
I know. Yeah, she's do you want paper? I saved my
Oh,
paper.
that's so pretty.
Are you wrapping paper, keeper?
I will give it nicely folded for you later.
John.
Oh, I like the little ball. They're good, aren't they?
The weights holds it down.
Yeah,
So you can
better than the
position it
little-
and you can sort of style it. You can
Put it behind us.
Put it where-
Yeah, put it there. Yeah, I literally saved all the wrapping paper from presents.
Well, I would
At
use the
Christmas.
ribbon afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
With the hearts. It will.
It'll
Might
move.
just
It will
turn
move.
around.
It will
Yeah, we'll
move.
rotate.
It will move.
Hang on, we need to do this, don't we?
Oh, God, we've lost. We've lost her now. So you are a luxury romance planner.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So it means that my sister and I, who started the company 10 years ago, wanted to bring more romance to the world and just people to be more romantic.
I just got married
It's out there.
again and again.
Yeah, I had heard. Hopefully this is the right one this time.
Yeah.
But, so it was really just about celebrating love and enjoying love and moments and just being kind to each other and appreciating what you have. So we do a lot of marriage proposals. That's one of our
I was going to say,
biggest.
so it's marriage proposals.
Yeah, we do first dates. We do winning back your ex. We do.
Sorry, you did
Winning back-
winning back your ex.
winning back your ex.
Yeah, when they
my
realise
God.
they've made a mistake.
Oh, I've never made a
okay.
mistake.
How many of the clients are
Sorry.
men?
Yes.
I was going to say, I bet.
First I loves yous. That's quite a big thing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, literally making a massive statement that first time I'm going to say I love you. Anniversaries, birthdays, baby showers, gender reveals. So just anything that's a celebration, really.
Well, you're turning these things into celebrations.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yes, we are, but I think they always were, but it's just making them personal and bespoke and
memories.
Yeah.
And everything's so like big now, isn't it? Like everything's that little bit extra.
Yeah. And
like,
I think also
online,
after
media.
COVID, people really appreciated what they had and they
Yeah.
really wanted to celebrate.
Yeah.
So it did become a much bigger thing after that, because everybody wants these experiences and these memories. So and it's intimate for us. It's small and it's intimate, and we try and make sure that they are really tailored to the couple or the people or the family, so that they really see the effort that's been put in, and that's what makes it special. It's not, we're just going to book a hall and we're going to put some balloons in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you stay there, or you set up and then you...
It will depend on what the event is. So sometimes we'll be hiding somewhere in the venue and just making sure that everything's there, pressing play on a music if they've got a special song.
Yeah, because it's not just setting up a room. You've got photographers there.
Yeah, it's
people
like a whole studio, a whole film set.
It's like a mini wedding.
Yes, it is. I mean, some of them are like weddings. A lot of them are like mini weddings. But yeah, so we are there. Other times we'll set it all up, we'll go away and we'll come back the next day. So it really depends when I get to know the couple, what we feel is right for them when we've spoken to them, what is better for them.
Have you had one that's an odd one that you're like, oh, okay, that's what you want to do?
A few.
Can you give me one?
I had one that wanted to be a knight in shining armour, but he'd actually never been on a horse. So
was he in all the I want to say steel, is the armour?
Yeah.
And actually riding a horse.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. But when I got to know him, it's like, but you hate horses, you hate animals, she doesn't like horses. So although the idea is nice, let's think of how you can be her knight in shining armour without literally being her knight in shining armour.
Are all these sort of ideas coming from programmes like Don't Tell the Bride? I mean, we did the original first one.
Yeah.
And they've got more and more and more elaborate. And I know that the production side of it are now, each team.
There's someone on an elephant or something ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I've done an elephant one.
Yeah, that's the one you did.
In the shop.
Yeah.
They're trying to better the next one and
I think
make them more.
Obviously, there's Instagram. I mean, a lot of the people that come to me are men. There's not many girls propose to their boyfriends. It's quite a lot of men proposing to their girlfriends.
Do you not get that on leap year?
Yes, on leap year. I had 3 or 4 last leap year. But I'd like to see more women doing it. Yeah. It doesn't just have to be leap year.
I feel like it's like men feel like they need help and women are like, I've got this.
Yeah.
That's what I mean,
the women are much harder to deal with. Oh my goodness, because they expect so much more.
Okay.
And they've done so much more research. Whereas the men will say, oh, my girlfriend sent me this or my boyfriend sent me that. And they'll give me some ideas. Yeah. And we have questionnaires to have an idea of, when did you first meet? What's special? If it's a birthday, what birthdays have you done? To try and get to understand them, but they send pictures, so it's like, and it's then sort of saying, well, do you really want that? Is that really what you want? Is that right? So with the shining armour one, it was like, the idea is great, but let's turn it around.
I'd love to.
And we did a puppy yoga one, which was
puppy yoga.
Puppy yoga.
Oh, puppy yoga.
Oh my god, I'd die.
And
you've got to do a goat yoga. I've just seen those. Have you seen those?
No,
the goat yogas where the goats are on the backs.
Oh my god, please arrange that for me.
And we did
do a
Halloween
one for me.
That was, she'd been in a zombie scare room, so I could hear her screaming and terrified.
And then he comes out,
and
like,
I
love you.
Exactly, and he comes out. And
so he's hiding.
They're in this zombie escape room. Yeah. So they're doing one of those escape rooms. And I can literally hear them screaming.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking she's gone from this terrified state. And as they come out like a door.
Are they dressed up?
The actors were obviously dressed up as zombies, but they were just in their normal jeans, and they've come out of where you would normally go and have a glass of water, and we completely transformed it into a candle lit.
Surprised you didn't pass out.
Well,
the change in emotion.
Yeah, when I was listening to it, I was thinking, this is great, but actually that's a big
comeback.
Yeah, it was a really...
But also not expecting it either. No. So the surprise element must have been like...
that is what is so special. Even the girls that might know a proposal is on the way, how we do it, they are always so surprised. And every picture's like, And it really is, literally. It's just this thing. And to be part of that surprise, which is why your original question, are we sometimes there? Sometimes we are hiding because
you want to be there. But also I think if you're there as well for the next one, you can go, actually, I can do something like this and get that reaction. She wasn't quite in the right place, or, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that is the other thing, is sometimes you do these amazing setups and they're so nervous. They sort of walk in the door and they sort of drop down in front of the door. And you're like, not yet. And I mean,
she just put
I mean, my background is production, so every detail, they get a call sheet. Sometimes it will be 15 pages long, and it always says, so walk 15 steps and do. Yeah, no.
You know, in here, I've had all I need to do is count 5 seconds, and after a year, I still can't do it.
Yeah, so I sort of say to them, look, try and enjoy it, try and relax, and if you can remember this is the things to really remember. But most importantly, just enjoy it. And will
you do like a dress rehearsal with them, maybe, or no?
No, not really, because often they're flying in. Often it's a weekend away.
Because actually, you're not just in the UK.
No,
you're based in LA.
Yes.
How was your flight?
Yeah, I don't do jet lag. I don't have to. Just haven't got time for it.
We'll open that in a minute.
Exactly.
I can't believe you live there. Well, I said before we started, I was like, so you live in LA? And you're like, sometimes. I was like, can I sometimes live with you?
Yeah, my husband's work's taking him over there, so I'm commuting.
We have to say what.
But then I suppose there's a lot of people that in LA would do this. Every time
I think so. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm
sorry, not other businesses. I mean, like couples that would be, because I find it's quite extravagant as well, isn't it? So I feel like you'd get a lot of.
Are we behind America when we're doing stuff like this?
I don't think so.
Because I've not seen this.
And I think it was probably in America first. I mean, definitely the gender reveal, which is quite a big thing.
It's huge now.
And it's a bit like Halloween. We never used to do Halloween. It's now massive here.
Yeah, so like America, and Easter. Definitely. Easter's like you have an Easter table now, and it's just like, for God's sake.
I mean,
everyone's pleasing me.
They've got Thanksgiving coming up.
Right.
They put
so they do Christmas twice. Yeah.
They're already starting to come up. And those Christmas trees will be now up until January. And that was the thing. I was like, and they'll never get Halloween, then you get Thanksgiving, and it's just celebration.
There's been a year where I've had my Christmas tree up, I think about now.
No,
yeah, I got really excited.
It does get exciting.
Why is celebrating important?
I think these memories. Everybody wants these memories in these times, and I think it doesn't have to look.
Hanging on for the good times.
It can be a balloon. It can be.
Well, look how much joy that did give her.
It can just be a hug.
Yeah.
But it's just so important to. Do you not like hugs?
I'm a hugger.
I do like. No, I love hugs. It's just her sometimes. Too much.
What, too much hugging?
I think it's just me.
No, she
just annoys you.
Earlier we had a nice moment, but sometimes you just get like just there, and you just need space. And you always get me when I'm like,
really?
Yeah, but sometimes I'm just I get a bit tapped out where I'm a bit funny like that.
I actually read, I can't remember where it was, that there's companies employ people to go in and hug their staff.
Well, I saw that. That was
great.
That was the Japanese.
Was it?
Yeah, I saw that.
I presume now we're not allowed to do that. We're allowed to hug now.
I don't know. We all hug in the morning.
Permission.
We all hug in the morning when we're coming through the door.
But would you want to see some people do?
You
they
don't
throw
yourself
like
at us though. I don't get a choice. We can't get through the door without putting our arms back.
It's so important.
You've got to watch that actually. The permission thing. I'm thinking we can't actually get in the door without touching her.
Touching me.
Giggling around the corner.
No,
it makes me happy.
But I think, celebrating makes us happy.
It does.
And when we're happy, we're less stressed. So maybe this is why we're doing more of these things,
and all the weddings,
and more weddings,
great.
And what
bullet. So she'll be with us in 5 minutes. It's a bit late. So it's when we like the weddings.
We talked at the beginning about you started this with your sister.
Yes.
So how did this idea?
So please
tell me it was over a drink. Should we open a drink?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'll
do that while you talk.
I was going to say it's probably.
Oh, Sharon, I don't want you doing a champagne spray. I can't.
Beautiful crystal glasses.
Oh God, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong.
Do you want to light the candles too?
Where are you going?
I'm just standing here because I know what you're like.
You're out. You're out of camera view.
That's fine. I don't need to be on camera at the minute.
You might take her eye out. Just be careful.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave it a good old
It will
shake.
be like
wishful
ding, ding, ding,
thinking.
ding, ding.
Actually, talking
And then
about
pops the
shaking,
balloon.
My one of my friends, Anna, used to be an air hostess, and she said with the difficult customers, they used to shake the can
So it
of drinks.
opens.
And I asked, I won't name her, but we had Hosty in at the
Sarah.
weekend. And it wasn't Sarah. You're making me nervous opening this. And I asked her, I said, does that still happen? She went, no. Yes. So there we go.
That's so good.
That is so good. Okay, has that one ever? No, I don't think I've ever upset.
See, when have I ever
That
let it
is
go? I'll let you. I'll let you.
Let
do
it
that.
go all the time.
So you and your sister. What's your sister
Yeah,
called?
she's called Tiffany.
Tiffany.
She's much younger than me, so she's my half sister, but she's my sister. You
Ah.
can say. But she came up with this idea, and I was like, "You're absolutely mad. You're nuts." And she said, "No."
Was it over a glass?
Oh, always.
Yes,
Always over
okay.
glass. So a cocktail, definitely. And I said, "No, I'm not sure about this." She said, "I promise you, this is the next big thing." And anyway,
How long ago was this?
10 years ago.
Right.
And I said, okay, I had time to help
Swap
her.
your
So
driving.
it was really her. Oh, do you want a little one?
No, she's got that one now.
It was really
Just
her
listening
idea.
to
And I was on board sort of in a part-time role, really. I was there, as big sisters are. I was there, as and when she needed a
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
cheers. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And anyway, 10 years later, she's had 4 children. I went on maternity leave 7 years ago and I run it on my own.
She never came back.
No, well, she's always there, but no, she's not come back. She's now set up another business because that's what she's brilliant at. She's brilliant at coming up new ideas. So she's
What does
now
she
running.
do now?
She's called the Mummy Concierge.
Oh.
So she arranges all things baby, and so helps people with their buggies and their pushchairs,
Oh
or
my God.
nannies, or flying away to south of France to
Wow.
kit out a baby friendly villa. She
Wow.
works with
So she left you in charge.
She left me in charge, and it's gone from strength to strength, I have to say. Not that I don't miss her.
But how did you start it? How did you, you had
I
this
think-
wonderul idea and
Well,
then...
her background before was journalism as well.
Right, okay.
So she knew how to promote it. Obviously,
And was it a thing back
No,
then?
no.
Okay.
we were the first ever.
You like
romance.
parties.
We loved to party.
Yeah.
We loved to plan, and she's really creative. I've always been in the creative industry.
Yeah.
My background was photography and photo shoots. So together,
And your
we made a
husband's
good
the
team.
producer.
Yeah, so he runs a production company, but in his spare time, he did a movie and got nominated for an Oscar.
Yes.
I mean, how do people do that? Literally.
But
I've
you
been to the
you
Oscars.
went to the
I know.
Oscars.
I've been
What
to the
the
Oscars.
hell? I nearly went, what the fuck?
You did.
And I was like, Oscars, I'll say hell, I won't swear.
I cannot believe. Yeah, I have been.
Come
to
on,
the Oscars.
John.
I have
Do
been
something.
on the red carpet, and there's 2 red carpets.
Is
And I was
there?
on the red carpet because the nominees
Well,
go
what-
on the red carpet.
Okay.
And
What's
be
the other one, like a
invited-
backup?
Yeah, it's
I'd
the
take
backup for the
anything. I'd
people
take
that haven't
yeah.
been nominated. So I'm on the actual red carpet.
Oh my
Can you
God.
believe
What was
And I
what
made
was
the
film?
biggest mistake ever, which
What, go
I
on.
didn't do for my wedding. So for my wedding, didn't change my hair, didn't change my makeup. I was me. For the Oscars, got makeup artists, got my
Right.
hair done. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. You'll never see a picture of me at the Oscars.
Oh, really?
Why was it
ringlets
different?
again.
Okay.
They made me like
They always want
curled
to put
it.
ringlets in my hair.
And the other thing, which again, I don't wear makeup. I'm not very good at that. They did my makeup to here, but my dress was low cut. So, and I don't have
blend
makeup,
it.
so
No.
I had.
That's bad makeup artists, because all the ones
Well, they
I
should have
know,
asked, shouldn't
you'll
they?
have the brides and their gowns are down here because they are made up from here
To there.
nearly to their
So
nips.
this is why it's important that you do have a trial with your makeup artist to
Yeah.
talk about these
Didn't
things
even-
and
no.
makeup artists to tell your makeup artist about your dress, show them a picture,
I know.
so they can cater for that.
It's not good.
Oh,
not
Yeah, there was an
good. Never
occasion
mind.
to get hair and makeup. It's obviously the Oscars, like minimum.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
Massive.
my
isn't
mum and
it?
dad had a party
It
in the
was.
garden and I'd got my makeup done.
I mean, I was excited. I thought this was going to be a new thing for me, but yes, I made a terrible
So what was
mistake.
the What did
So he made a short movie, a
was it
short
called?
film. It was called Tonto Woman, and it got nominated. And it was amazing.
Are you proud?
Oh my God.
So proud. I mean, they didn't win. That was hard, but they were supposed to, like, the rumour was they were going to win, so that was even harder because, you know, can you imagine you make a short movie in your spare time and you get
Imagine
nominated
adding
for
that to your seat, whatever.
Well, he met George Clooney. I didn't get to meet George Clooney.
Oh my God.
But I did.
Oh, well, I've met George Clooney.
Oh, have you? And?
Yeah, when he passed me on a boat on the way to his wedding.
Did you wave?
I did wave.
I've got. I mean, I did.
And
I
this
met
is
him
probably Pedro from round the corner. It weren't even George Clooney.
No,
It's not.
It was in
He
Venice.
passed you on a boat, right? Honestly, I've met George. It passed me on a boat.
Will you stop
I bet it wasn't
bursting my
even him.
dreams?
Yeah, all right.
God.
Yeah, well, we do like celebrities. I did meet John Travolta. He was lovely.
you?
And I stood on Hilary Swank's dress in the toilet. That was not my best moment.
What?
It was it was this long black train, and I'm very clumsy. So
Was she okay with you for doing it?
She was fine. You know, I at that stage, you know, they hadn't spoken to the English that much. We were so, oh, that's fine, she said.
They love our accents.
I said, I'm so terribly sorry. So I got away with it just.
Extra English.
I put on my best voice.
Oh
and
my
I'm terribly
God!
sorry.
Oh my
So,
God!
yeah.
How funny. So.
Oh, golly gosh.
Well, it reminds me.
Crumbs.
It reminds me of Hugh Grant in Notting Hill.
Oh,
Yes,
yes, it is.
Whoopsie Daisy. Oh God! So it wasn't.
Where
a
do we
thing.
go from here? The Oscars.
Yes, I know. So now I live in LA. Sometimes.
Oh my God.
It wasn't a thing. You made it a thing.
Yeah, and it's.
But how
brilliant.
did you
It's amazing.
get your name out there? How did you make people aware of your thing?
People just know of me, you know. It's like.
Oh,
the
okay.
thing, you know?
I'm friends with Hilary Swank.
I think that I don't Google.
Yeah.
I think people Google it.
But did you have a good network to start with?
I
You
think
got
I've
word of
always,
mouth?
I mean, I've worked, as I said, in the creative industry. I've worked with a lot of people over the years. And obviously a lot of people I can't talk about, and a lot of the bigger
So it's
VIPs.
kind of he
Sort
as
of
well.
a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, some of them, and then they tell their friends and they tell their friends, because I haven't really got repeat business. It's a little bit like your business. It's not repeat. Well, okay, you're different. Normally.
Depends what type of woman you are.
Yes.
Oh, that's really mean.
Really mean.
I didn't mean it like that.
Honestly, I think a year clip we should do actually all the meanness.
Means.
Means.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just called
did.
you a hoe.
Yeah. I didn't even hear that.
I was like, depends what type of woman you are. That's really not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a hoe.
No.
Thanks.
No.
She just hasn't.
She does it
she's just finding
legitimately.
out.
Oh my God. So you started it.
Yeah, so Tiffany had the journalist background, Instagram obviously big, TikTok.
Yeah. Well, back
So
then
we-
Instagram really wasn't a thing.
No,
Just
so that's
started.
the other thing I'm saying is that I think because my background was photography, I understood about the image and how
Right.
things looked.
Yeah.
And I have worked in sets, and so when we put a picture out there, it is beautiful, and it's really important to me. Like, I will see, there's a rubbish bin there, which makes a big difference.
I watched you set up here, and I went, and there was a lot of shit on
And
the
I love
table.
that you just put a nice bit of cork and. Oh,
But
where's that gone?
But you literally went round the table, and you knew what you were doing within 5 seconds
Yeah,
of you
it's just-
arriving in
I
here.
feel like I've just walked onto the Titanic. Like to sit down for a meal.
Oh,
Not a shit. No, it sounds like a
the
shipwreck.
silver.
What is
Yeah, I was
wrong
gonna
with?
say.
Do you not drink anymore?
But you know when
or driving?
No, but you know when just like how everything's like so perfect is what I mean. It just reminds me of like when
Place
Jack goes
settings.
for dinner with Rose and it's all just perfect. Idea.
But visual stuff is
Yeah,
really
so visual, and
important.
I think I'm so lucky. I have some great stylists, and I have a vision.
So it's not just you then?
No, I mean, I'm there that I deal with the clients, I do all the production, I make it happen. So if they said to me, you know, I want to shut down the River Thames and propose with fireworks, I will sort that out, and that's what I did. But
You have done that?
yeah, I have done that.
You shut down the
How
Thames?
much does it cost to shut down the Thames?
A lot of money. He's spent a fortune on his.
More than 50 grand
Yeah.
to shut it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to pay. You have to rent the riverbed.
Because also it's a commercial shipping lane.
Yeah. So I stopped all boats for 10 minutes.
Wow,
For a
that is
proposal.
so
I know.
cool.
Was
It
it
was
more than
so
100
cool.
grand? Sorry, no, I have to know things.
Higher or lower?
The actual whole thing, or the renting
just to
of
shut,
the Thames?
Just to shut down them Thames for 10 minutes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Does it belong to the
crown? Yeah, I'm not sure I can say exactly. I'd say it's sort of in between 50 and 100.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, you have to hire the riverbed. You have to pay for the water, and then you have to pay to stop all boats and all shipping for that 10 minutes. But you have 10 minutes. That's it.
I bet this guy had a really good job.
So that's a lot of pressure.
Oh, a lot of pressure.
Making sure, I'm assuming it was him proposing to
It was,
her.
yeah.
I can imagine you in a dinghy with a headset on, like, go.
Oh no, it was so because I needed to be there, because it was on the water.
Yeah.
And we had a barge with all the fireworks, and another boat with the "Marry Me" letters.
Was it done at
night?
Drones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say fireworks.
Drones, so we could capture it. So I have to be on the actual boat he's on to coordinate it all, because we've all got our walkie-talkies. So we said it was a wine tasting experience along the River Thames on the boat.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And I was a pretend wine tasting guest. So they had their own.
We have practice.
Let's just try this and say. So we had our own little table, and it was actually the film crew and me and the other stylists sort of on one area pretending to be wine tasting, while they had their own wine tasting. And then we said, let's go up and have a group picture. And that was when we all got together and we were able to sort of set off the fireworks.
Was it hard not to look at them when you were doing your fake?
Yes.
I could imagine, like,
no eye contact, no eye contact.
Looking, and everyone's like...
And you know when you say,
did you have passerbys? Because that's public, isn't it?
No, because we'd shut down.
No, they got tackled and taken out.
But what about on like the?
No, because it's a private boat.
Oh, okay.
We've hired a private boat. It's one of those big ones.
Like, how do I get in?
No, but I'm thinking there's not people walking up and down.
There's no George Clooney on the other boat.
No, it was just and I think the boat was big enough, so they were in one bit, we were in another bit, and you know how sometimes things go wrong. It sort of went a little bit wrong, but it made it more authentic. Is that we were actually late because of the London traffic, so they were already on the boat. So we were like 5 minutes late, so we were sort of rushing, but it actually made it look much more like we were a real game. Yeah.
You're late for work. Yeah.
And I think I said to myself, it was all part of the plan to make it feel real.
Yeah, but that's quite good. It takes distraction as well.
So
not anymore.
Yeah, you know.
Just said it.
Yeah.
Please tell me she said yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And what was the ring like?
Yes, it was stunning.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
Oh my God.
I mean, I do sometimes worry. I mean, especially on the water. He's down on one knee on a boat. I mean, you've seen those videos when they...
It's still going. It's going round again. It's the best man coming up, and they're on the pontoon, and he trips and takes the vicar out and the bride as well.
When they're on a boat and they jump in after it and...
Yeah, I mean, it was... And even though the planning's there and they're still nervous, it's still a big moment. It
doesn't matter how much money you've got, who you are, that moment in time, it's just the two of you, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's trying to make sure that you capture it without them knowing, so it is still a very personal moment. And I have some...
How's that work with like photography and stuff like that?
So I had a client... I think this afternoon actually, and he's like, I don't want any photography. And I said, I totally understand, and it is so special. I said, but I promise you, within 10 minutes, she's going to say, oh, if you've got a picture, I don't want to send it to my mum.
I was going to say, why would you not?
I said, it's just
a man thing.
We say this with brides and that, where they're trying to cut down costs, and it will be photographer, it will be the video and stuff like that. So and for me, third and last wedding, I wish I had the video side of it. I wish I had the content creator side of it. I have wonderful photographs.
It's the only time you can relive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you obviously have my wedding where my brother was in charge of the video.
Oh, go on.
How was that?
Yeah, he pressed pause rather than record. And I really felt for him.
So what, there's nothing?
There's nothing. I mean, I do have pictures, luckily, but not like you, but I decided I'd pay for the photography, but I wouldn't have video. And we're talking a long time ago. You didn't really have video. No. And I knew about it because of my work. But
we had phones and stuff like that, so we thought, everybody will video it, and but everybody got so emotional that people forgot.
Yeah.
We got backs of heads and stuff like that, so...
Well, I've tried to say it's fine, It'll always be in my heart. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And that just goes to show you, it is one chance.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
I think what we say, look, that is your choice. And then I speak to them about,
Well, my brother.
Yes, yes.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
But do you think it's important, that you are that experience, that you can draw upon
Yes.
this, and we're the same in the boutique. We're the eyes and the ears, and we're polite. Right, on your wedding day, make sure this is done. Make sure that's
and
done.
they're lucky to have our expertise, and that's so you say, look, there's a client who they've not got Instagram, they don't have family that are on Instagram, so okay, absolutely, I'll take some pictures on my phone quietly for you, and I understand, but generally, please think about it, please sleep on it, because I promise you will be discreet, I promise you you will not know we're there, but you will want those pictures.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10 they do decide to,
Yeah.
It's like when they say to me, should I really spend the money on this and the ring? I'm like, well, the ring? And then come back to me. We're a luxury. The ring is what she's going to have all the time. I'm not a great businesswoman saying that, but
we had this in COVID where the initial knee-jerk reaction was, I've got to cancel my dress because I'm getting married. There's only 6 people. I don't need a dress. And I went, trust me, you'll want your dress, because the photo that you will have on your wall will be of, sorry, cake people, your cakes and blah, blah, blah. It will be you in your dress.
And also, getting rid of the dress and going for something low-key screams COVID, doesn't it? So as soon as you go, this is my wedding. Oh, I did have another dress, but I got this because it was COVID.
I pair it up with people that got married in the wall, where they, it was a luxury, so they got married. They got but they got married in their best suits because they couldn't afford the luxury. To have a luxury wedding dress was frowned upon, because of what was happening. So it's important to, keep those memories.
Yeah, I do agree with that, and I think most clients, when they speak to me and we talk about it, they decide. And sometimes we do literally long lens, like the paparazzi, just so they can have it. And other times, actually, it's about that, and it's important to them, and so then it's a bigger.
How important is it now that we start the process of getting married way before the wedding day? Because it used to be just the wedding. And now it's the I love you that you do.
First date.
And now it's the proposal. How important is that, and why?
Such hard question.
I'm sorry. I've got my journalist.
I'm jet lagged. Hang on.
You said you didn't get jet lag.
I don't know how I'd feel about the first date. Have you ever seen someone get a little bit icky, freaked out? You've got to think, you've matched online.
I've climbed through windows on my first date to get out of there.
But I don't know, would you love? It depends. It's supposed to think
maybe
of the person.
Maybe it's a couple that have known each other years, and they're
I don't think it is it?
Actually, I think for my clients it generally is. It's normally a cultural thing. It's normally the first
that makes sense.
That they're allowed to be alone together.
Okay, that makes sense.
They want to make it.
I'm
really
thinking
memorable.
You've matched on Tinder, and then here we are, and I'd be like, shit, he's going to kill me next week. He's planning my murder.
4'9", not 6'9".
No,
I think that is
serial killer vibe.
By the time they're coming to us, there is normally a whole story.
Okay.
So
that could be like an arranged marriage, say, from families that are paired.
Sometimes it's arranged marriages. More often it is, they just have very strong reasons.
Yeah,
I'm not very good on religion. I don't want to.
No. I know a lot of people that can't be together
together
until they're married, and they've always got to be chaperones and things like that.
With a chaperone. So
we have it in the shop, don't we?
Yeah.
Where the aunties have come with the mum of the bride because they need to make sure that she's suitably dressed for their son and stuff like that. Yeah. So culture. I love the culture size of them.
Yeah, do you remember those books you used to get, which was, the easy, I'd like a couple of those just so I can remember, because sometimes I forget.
But also, these things change. I'm in talks with a lady at the moment. We had a really interesting conversation with Zoom call this week, and you got these hard, fast traditions that go back centuries and centuries. You've then got mixed in that the families traditions, like we have our Christmases, we've all got our little Christmas traditions that we do, so you've got those combined in with those traditions that go back years and years, but you've also got the modern twist coming through, you know, and it's like you said, it's quite hard to keep up with it. And
just make sure you don't offend anybody.
Yeah.
And you have to, you know, think about all those elements. But I think when you say the first date, is definitely not the Tinder thing. And the first I love you, quite often we're saying a first I love you, but a year down the line, you know, it becomes quite a big thing for some people. I mean,
no, I was 3 weeks in.
But I think, you know,
and it was John first, not me. FYI.
But I think the youngsters today, you know, you have to be, you're seeing somebody.
Oh my God, then it's
complicated.
Yes. It's exclusive.
Yes.
And then, oh my God, I can't. I couldn't do it again.
No, I think
not do it.
I couldn't either.
You would need a manual to date.
You would, you would need one, definitely. Yeah. So this first I love you thing, I think, is all part of that. It's a stage of the relationship.
It's another stage, yeah.
It wasn't something that
It's an anniversary, maybe.
Yeah, an anniversary is definitely a more popular now.
Oh, my 11-year one's coming up.
I've got my 10th anniversary.
Oh, is it this week?
Is that 11-year anniversary or 11 being engaged?
No, that's 7 years.
That's 7 years. Because I had to wait 12 years.
I don't know what the date... What, to get engaged?
I'm trying to work out 12 years to get engaged or married.
Did I say Friday, Saturday, Sunday? It's a Monday.
Talking about
11 years on the 11th
talking about anniversaries.
Yeah.
You've got a big one coming up on Christmas Eve.
Yes, it was.
What's this?
Wait,
did you get married on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, so we met it when we were 15.
Oh.
So we've been together 41 years. I mean, how ridiculous is that?
Where did you
I had to wait 12 years to get married. We met at school.
Oh.
And sort of he lived at the top of the hill, and no, I lived at the top of the hill. He lived at the bottom.
I was going to say,
we went,
your worth.
Yeah, we went to play school together. Then we sort of went. So
that's like your truck man.
Truck man.
He drew you trucks.
Oh, no. But I'm not married
to him,
am I?
But your first kiss under the table.
It was under the table.
And then you dated him again.
3 times.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the one.
You know, he used to draw me bin lorries.
And
then his mum said to my mum,
"Because you're trash."
You two, honestly.
Listen, I'm getting them all in. I'm going to write my little manual.
What was I going to say? Oh, I can't remember if you were in it.
Oh, sorry. So,
no, I got married Christmas Eve. It was a long time ago.
Why Christmas Eve?
Because this is really, I am the most unselfish person in the world. Like, the family are like, oh, she's always doing everything for everybody else. And because I come from a family that is multi everywhere, I think at one time I had 6 brothers and sisters, but I'm an only child.
Right.
So it's that sort of... So I just decided,
ditto.
Do you know what?
It's love everywhere.
Everybody can come to me.
Yeah.
I am not driving to all these families. Yeah. Everybody can come to me.
We don't do that at Christmas. We literally say, right, we're at home on Christmas Day. Come to ours on Boxing Day. You know.
As a kid, I spent most of Christmas in the car, but my mum got really upset about it the other year. And I was like, Mum, I love Christmas. Like, we'd get up, we'd open our presents at home, and then we'd drive to my nan's, do presents there, then drive to my granddad's with his wife, do presents there, and then we'd finish off at my Irish nan and granddad's, and that's where we'd stay. But they were all quite far apart, but I loved it. And my mum was like, no, I should have just been more traditional, and we just stuck to one place.
No,
I loved it.
And that's, I mean, I love Christmas. 2, didn't want to worry about the weather, so I thought, well, if I do
where were you?
Here, it was again one of the very first years you could hire a hotel as a wedding venue.
Really?
Yeah. So
back in the war.
A long time ago. Quite old.
She wore a best suit.
So you're allowed to get married the first time in a venue.
Because it was church and church only or a registry
office. And I did choose this
Yeah.
venue because it had a church, thinking, I'll get to walk down the aisle, but he didn't want to do that. He was too scared to walk down the aisle. So we had it candle lit, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed it, but I made everybody come to me. It's like, this is it. You're coming to me. It's Christmas.
Was it all last minute or was it really planned?
It was... I don't know how long does it. I think.
Well, I think back in the day, you got engaged and you were married within 6 months.
Yeah,
it was always quite quick.
Yeah.
Now it is.
Me and
12,
you were talking
months.
about this the other day, but it was like back in the day.
Look at us back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, and I'm not saying
we really
I'm
are
talking
like back in the day.
20, 30 years ago, 40 years. You met someone, and instead of saying, "Do you want to be official and be my girlfriend?" it was,
"Get married.
Do you want to get married?"
Yeah,
and that makes so much more sense when you look now and like a lot.
And those people are still
when
together.
they say about divorce or like divorce rates and stuff, and it's just like, well, yeah, because that's they've married like early date. Like, do you know what I mean?
But
I
also
feel like
I think
yours is quite rare.
It's
I've got
really
a best friend
rare.
who's been with
really
her
rare.
husband since they were 15,
And
they're
I
amazing.
appreciate it, and explaining to my kids who are sort of that age, it's like, it's amazing, but it's not normal. So please don't think that is.
It's very rare.
Really
now.
rare
It's
to
really
grow
hard to
together.
achieve.
Everything's changed.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
So-
What
so-
is your secret? What would you give wedding advice for these people getting
Why are you
married?
shouting?
What am I shouting?
I'm a long way away. I think. So I remember someone saying to me, "Oh, I never compromise," and that's ridiculous. For a relationship to work, it has to compromise,
Right.
but it
You have to
can't-
give in.
but not at everything. It has
Yeah.
to be a 50-50.
Yeah.
So there's some things I'll give into, and some things. And I think, he did travel a lot for his work, so
Right.
I wonder if that.
Yeah, so actually you've been married 41 years.
But we've actually been
you've lived
together,
together 2 years.
Yeah. That's a real secret.
1 year anniversary.
Time apart. These,
That is a real secret.
drawing on your, your own experience of putting together, does that have an influence in putting together other people's?
No, I just think that. No, I just love love. So I just feel so lucky that I can be part of this moment with people.
It's not a job then, is it? It's just
not really a job. No.
Yeah.
It is stressful. I had one man last weekend, and
I was going to ask you this one. Go on.
so, I felt a little bit like I was his therapist in the end, because he'd done everything right up to his proposal, but it all went wrong, and he ended up not quite asking, or her saying, don't ask me right now, because this is not sort of the moment. And what had sort of, and it was lovely, he'd really thought about it, but he sort of got her up really early in the morning and cooked her breakfast, but it was 6 a.m. She didn't want breakfast at 6 a.m.
She was just in a bad mood.
And then then he took her to the
It's
flower market.
important to start the day.
Yeah, took her to the flower market, and they have a dog, and the dog wasn't allowed in the flower market, so she had to go and buy her own bouquet without him. Then it was raining, and then the venue that he wanted to propose in, which was where they'd had their first kiss, there was 15 other people there having a birthday party, and he was still thinking about doing it, and she sort of could fit, and she's just like, don't. And so he came to me, and he was traumatized, and it was lovely because they're perfect, they love each other, but he just needed to think about the weather.
That reminds me of when I got engaged.
Did she say yes?
She did.
Hey! Because you kept me hanging.
She was over the moon.
Oh,
and
good.
It was beautiful.
So it is important that we get this right.
I think what's for me, and this is what I say to the people, is it's important to let them. It's not my idea. It's your idea. It's just me helping you get the best day and memory you can. So by saying to me, this particular guy, he'd got everything right, but her dad had died. So I said, and he said, I don't know how to ask the dad's permission. And I said, well, how does she speak? Oh yes, she speaks to him when it's a blue day. So there's a video and
a blue day when it's
when there's
she's
a blue
feeling
day, she
down.
goes out for a walk with the dog,
and it's a blue sky.
and it's a blue sky, and
yeah.
she's in an area and she will say hi, Dad, and he went and asked the blue sky permission.
I do that.
And I just think that it's little things like that he knew, and it was all there, but it was just saying, so why don't we do that? Oh yeah, why don't we? And it's those sort of things. It's getting them to.
So did he do that? And did he do that with her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, and it's just making those memories.
Do you know, it's the effort.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be grand.
No.
It's you've listened, you've turned these on, and you understand what they want.
Yeah.
You understand your partner. What do you do?
When John asked my dad, my dad went, you don't need to be asking me, he said, I should be asking you. He went, please take it. He was like, you're like my son, I love you. You don't even need to ask me. He was like, take it.
Take
So funny. I'm like literally the most least unemotional person ever.
Tell us about winning back your ex.
Oh yes.
Actually, why are you telling us that we're going to pull a game in as well?
Oh.
Can we have our game, Christopher? Yeah, winning back your ex is a bit weird.
Yes, it is a bit weird. And
did you come up with that, or were you asked for that?
no, we were sort of asked for that.
Okay.
And it was
Did you find out what had happened before?
not really, but
I'd have to say, I'm sorry, I don't work with arses. I need to know what you've done.
Well,
And then I can risk assess you.
You know what I thought? I thought you genuinely feel that you've made a terrible mistake, and you definitely feel that you need to ask forgiveness. So I'm thinking, well, I don't know what you've done, but you're not going to tell me, but you are obviously
remorseful.
Yeah,
so
and there's a few guesses what it could be.
So therefore,
you've hung him already.
Oh no.
So and they had a very luxurious lifestyle, and it was quite an incredible day that he had put on for her. But
it's like a first.
So hang on, so they kind
thing.
of were still together because she's accepted meeting.
No, but she was flown over in a private jet and picked up by the chauffeur and taken to the hotel and given, I think, 20 grand to spend.
Oh my God, John could try to kill me and I'd be like, well, I'll get on a jet.
I mean, but
sure.
I'm sort of thinking, this is very extravagant. And then I'm thinking, but actually, maybe that's the same as me being taken to my favourite restaurant, because to them that's normal.
McDonald's.
Yes.
Why are you making
Chicken
that
nuggets.
trash?
Domino's.
No, Sharon, you
Not
don't know me
Domino's.
at all. Don't know me. TGI's. Classy. I want to stand on the chair with a balloon tied to my wrist, okay? And everyone sing happy birthday to me.
Always on a chair.
So
Always
again,
singing.
it goes back to knowing that person. That was obviously, that's her thing.
Yeah, and the more I got to know them, so we built it up, but she did say, I can't forgive you.
Oh!
She said no.
But I'll take the 20 grand and I'm head to toe dripping in 20 grand. I've had a nice flight, but no thanks.
Shit. What, were you there when it happened?
No, that was a very...
I would have been there.
That was a very sort of private thing. And I don't really know.
You got paid?
Always up front. And we don't guarantee a yes, but we've always, every
had a yes.
To
spend.
Jesus.
But I think he didn't come back for the proposal, so I'm presuming it didn't happen.
Yeah,
Whether they stayed together for a bit longer, but the party words were, I'll see you in a year or so for the proposal, and that didn't happen.
Spin or wheel?
Oh my goodness. Does it matter which way it goes?
Yeah. No, I know. No, we have name dropped.
Oh, that was very gentle.
Oh, actually, keep it there, because I don't know how much you can tell us, but you have worked with some very well-known people, and I'm getting very excited.
I'm just laughing at your spelling errors.
Not my spelling. Leave me alone.
No,
but go on, because it's land on gossip.
Oh, gossip. Okay,
so obviously you are. So for people that don't know you are signing NDAs.
Yeah.
You can't say a lot of things.
Yes.
But you have worked with quite a few well-known people.
I have, and they're all delightful and they're all lovely. And they come to me because I'm discreet, so it's a little bit. So I'll say one thing, because I think about this pretty much every day at my age now. So I was probably about 24 with Twiggy, and and she came on set and she was very late, and I was like, and I was, this bossy, woman. I was like, honestly, you're supposed to be here. She said, darling, when you're my age, you will know that your face doesn't relax till 11 a.m. And I just remember thinking, for God's sake, what's she talking about?
Yeah,
every morning I look in the mirror and I think of Twiggy, and I'm like, what a bitch was I that I was like, why are you not here?
I love that you were so ballsy at 24 as well. I love that.
I think I'm very honest and I'm very open, and people either love you or hate you for that.
How old was Twiggy at this point?
Do you know what? I don't know, but probably 50, I would say.
Oh my God.
Because I'm just thinking about my face and how it changed, and literally I think about her every morning now, and I'm just like, she was so right, and I was such a cow.
No, but you're learning.
Although she turned up when she wanted to, but brilliant.
Yeah. Can we talk about the royal connection?
What an amazing family. Okay, I think I worked with Pippa and I was part of the family, and I think I was brought in because I love everybody and I love meeting new people, but I am very discreet. But I just thought, wow, there's such a strong unit as a family, and that was lovely to see. Really supported each other. And really lovely. Because
obviously we hear what's happening in the press and stuff like that, so that's lovely to hear. Yeah, because that's what we want to hear as well. Because that's what we hope to see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I was very lucky.
Go on and spin it again then, and then we'll do some questions.
Oh, buffet or sit down?
Yeah.
I haven't had that before. Yeah, a buffet or a sit-down meal for a wedding.
For a wedding, I think buffet.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I quite like a buffet, especially with all those
big boards.
What they call grazing boards.
Grazing
they are
boards.
so
We've had them in.
Because for me, it's all about presentation.
Yes.
And I just and also. People are so fussy eating now, aren't they?
I know.
And they can then choose what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
And they look so beautiful.
And I think it relaxes people too.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I would have formal, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, I had 2 weddings. I had a formal sit down with 35 people, and then I had 300 for a party 2 days later on Boxing Day. It's like, so
is it important that, you know, like these proposals and these things that you organise, that it's a true reflection of the couple?
Yes, that's the most important thing.
Yes.
That is absolutely
not to please everybody else.
No, it's just about them. And if that's chicken McNuggets or McDonald's, that's what it is. You know, it's.
So we've got some questions.
I need to look at me when you say about nuggets.
she had literally chicken nuggets as a chaser.
Oh, perfect.
Against her meal. In fact, I was actually.
Oh no, I haven't got my glasses.
I can read you.
Oh.
What have I got? You want to go first?
That's a long one to read without
Shall I do mine? Mother the bride bought a dress but was told by the ex-husband she could not wear it as his new wife had a similar dress. So she bought another dress for the wedding but wore the one she was told not to wear to the pre-wedding meal the day before.
Yeah, definitely.
Who does that? He's an ex for a reason. That's brilliant.
I'd say none of your business.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But we find this, don't we? Because we obviously have the bride from the very beginning right through to the end. And after the wedding, when they bring their dresses back to be cleaned, and they go, you never guess what this person did. Never guess what that person did. And their minds are blown by how people behave.
It's the mother-in-laws wearing white that I can never, and the white hats.
Yeah.
But they do.
I know. They should know better as
feels
well,
really
you know.
should.
Right, who's going next?
I've got a top tip. What's it say? From a bride?
Matron honour.
Okay. Try to take some time on the day to just take it in and soak it up, then reflect together the day after.
I think that's really important. It goes back to photographing and videoing, so you can, because when you're in the moment, you don't see everything else going around you, and you forget.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Really important.
Just listened to your Halloween special. Loved it. The ex that cancelled her ex-wedding is so bad.
What's so bad? Did you?
And a top tip from the police sergeant about the password.
I know this one. Yeah.
So if you can get everyone who calls or emails for them to have their own password, then it will safeguard you all.
Yeah.
And love the show. Well done, you girls. You have me in stitches each week. Love Sandra, Sharon's neighbour, drinking partner who loses her coat.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, loses her coat?
We
Did
went
you
out
lose her coat? Or you?
No. Well, she says I lost it, but we went out once, and it was to see. It was the last minute. I won tickets to see Bobby Davro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was 2-for-1 cocktails, and she likes the sweet cocktails. I don't, so she had we got very drunk.
Nothing wrong with that.
And next minute, I'm security are bringing her through to me. She's causing chaos, asking to see the CCTV because her coat's gone missing.
Oh, it's obviously a very special coat.
Cocktails are dangerous. To remember our hot day in London.
Yeah, hot day.
It was the hottest day of the year, and they said don't travel, stay indoors. We were on a bloody boat with no aircon, drinking. We were
smashed. You didn't go swimming, did you?
No, we got so drunk.
We did. But actually, she did. The reason why I put that she's put this in is because she'd seen something on a program or something, and I thought it was a really good idea because we do get people ringing up on behalf of, and the mothers and stuff like that, and the sisters and God knows what else, and. They're trying to change things and stuff like that, and we say, look, we need it in writing. But she said that you should set up a password that only you and the bride know.
Yes.
So when you're talking to these people that are ringing you up, trying to change things, that's fine. But I obviously will need permission.
What's your password?
But what's the password? And if they're like, then you know it hasn't come from the bride. It's come from them. They might be trying to be good and help the bride out.
Yeah.
But
that's such a good idea.
Yeah, isn't it a good idea?
Really good idea.
So we might look into that.
Definitely.
I think that's a really good idea. So yeah, top tip. Thanks, Sanj. I'll see you later this afternoon. She was going to come in here today, actually, because it's her birthday.
She could find a coat.
She can find...
But it's a bit cold out there.
What are your top tips when people are wanting to do it themselves? And not
make sure they have tissues.
One, obviously, they should be using you.
Yeah, well.
Go and have a look at this lady's social media and your website. It is incredible.
Thank you. So I just think take time and just make sure it's personal. You know, they must make sure that, you know, if she loves white, don't put red roses, you know, and if, you know, always have a box of tissues because there's always tears and you don't want, you know, just something that...
It's not coming out.
But mainly just think about what you love about them and whatever that is, make sure you include that or you tell them that and just keep it really personal and put thought into it. It doesn't have to be time, it doesn't have to be years, it can be a day, but just put that time in. And yeah, if it's...
I think that's important when you're doing your vows, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people like, you know, doing a married at first sight, getting off the internet and stuff like that. You know, you want to be...
Yeah, don't use AI to write your proposal speech or your anniversary, but use it as a support to help you, but make it...
We've had a speech writer on here.
Yes.
And he was incredible. In fact, you're probably connected.
Yeah, we probably will. Yeah.
He was. I think he did the speech for Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
Is it Beatty or Beatty? Beatty. But he was really good when we did like a little comedy one. Oh my god!
You do love each other.
No,
she just put that in there.
Not today. You nearly cried. You did get emotional.
Yeah, it was quite
but
nice.
he said, you know, what do you like about this person?
Yeah.
What makes you laugh with this person?
Yeah, it's from the heart. It's got to be from the heart. Yeah. And that is the most important
I think
thing.
with our busy lifestyle, we don't get time to sit still and reflect and think about stuff like that. So I think that's important.
Yeah, very.
So what's on the agenda for you? Going back to LA with us.
Yeah, come join. Join. We got a proposal this afternoon, so I'm going to go and do that. And one of the...
Is it here or is it in LA?
I know. It's here. On a rooftop, so please, hopefully when I get out of here, it's not going to be raining.
It's not on school run time, is it? Because it always pisses down on school run.
Very big birthday celebration.
Is that a proposal this afternoon?
This afternoon's a proposal.
Will you keep us updated?
Yes.
Send us a little video how it went.
I'll do that. And we've got another one on Saturday and a big birthday surprise on Tuesday, so
lovely.
Lots of bits
and you're busy, aren't you?
Yeah,
you know.
Then I'm taking my dad to Marbella because I love him, so
Aww.
taking him for a little treat.
Aww,
so
taking him to Marks.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about your job without being too cheesy? What do you get out of it? What makes you keep doing it?
Can you imagine when you see that? I mean, I suppose, look, the anniversary, as the gender reveals, and seeing that surprise and that. Oh, I mean, there was one, and this was one where we were hiding. And all I heard was, "Oh my God, no!" And I was like, "Oh!" And then it was sort of silent, and I was like, "And we were we were in the bedroom, and we're like, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do?" And the photographer was with me because he wanted to do it on his own, so sort of snuck out, sort of didn't bring the champagne, sort of left it in the room.
I'd be losing my shit if you turned up, and I'd be like, "We're being burgled,"
and I was like, "Okay, hi." And they were hugging, and I then said, but all I heard was no. I just said, "Oh no, you did this for me."
Oh,
and it was like, and that is it. I think it's that. Oh my goodness, you did this for me, and that love that it's so
you know, it's when you get,
and the
you know,
surprise,
you've done
so
it. Sometimes you know, and you say something really nice to me, and I'm like. Didn't really go out, but
sometimes you acknowledge me when I come in.
No, but it's like when we won't go into much details, but I went through a little bit of a sad time in my life, and and I remember you just being present and saying something nice, and it's like,
when was this?
Well, Mum and Dad died.
Oh.
And you just said something that just meant the world, and I thought, oh, yes, what you think of me, that's nice,
It's so,
in our fast-paced life.
And
you burst into tears at Harrogate as well. when I said, "Oh, you really look after me, like you're really caring," and you were like, "Thank you," and I was like, "Fucking hell."
Yeah, because you said it really nicely. I was literally hoiking. I was trying to get moving. Do you know what I mean? You are that dog that I'm pulling on the lead. You know?
Yeah, she's like the speediest person.
You know,
can't keep off. I've got short legs. What can I say?
And a suitcase. I'm hoiking both suitcases down.
Yeah,
things. I was.
Sounded like a good trip, though. I don't know how you got up the next morning.
Well, she nearly didn't. She was dragged up.
Honestly, I was very unwell. Very unwell.
Do it again, though.
Oh, that's the best time of life. I just don't want to work the next day.
I was like, I want to go. I'm going to think of a reason why I've got to go next year.
Definitely.
I have to go next wedding.
So much fun.
I think we'll have a little entourage
Surprises the next day.
You know, but it was
Come out on the catwalk.
But I think also that, you know, getting together is important.
Yeah,
because these are you're going to remember that forever. You know, and you know, and those proposals are important. So you know, put your best foot forward at the beginning.
Yeah, and the surprise element. I mean, it is deceitful at some point. Some of them, but it's amazing, and
but for a good reason.
Yeah, for a good reason, and you know, trying to keep off scent, and I just feel so lucky.
Would you do a divorce surprise?
I don't know. Somebody did say that.
Like an EastEnders thing where Dane gives Angie the papers.
You've been served.
You've been served.
In America, that'd be great. You've been served.
Yeah, America, you could definitely do it.
That just doesn't tick my love box.
No.
But
black balloons everywhere.
I've done a lovely black setup. Now that looks really cool.
I like
what was that for?
Yeah, cool. Really cool. That was for an anniversary dinner, and it was just. And he actually said, you know, we really like black, and I was like, well, that's cool. Let's do a black.
I love a black tie wedding.
Sensational.
Yeah,
I really
did. Smart, really smart.
Yeah.
What's been? Obviously, it's a long time. You've been doing this 12 years.
10 years. Yeah.
What's your best one that you've ever done? What's the one that will stay with you forever?
The thing is when you're there, and I mean, these people are like, they're so important to me because it's such an emotional moment and time for them that when I'm doing it, they're the most important, and that's the one that would be my favourite. But there was one, I think it's their reactions are genuine, like, wow, you did this for me. And that was one that we did where she loved the theatre, and it was really. She was like one of those when you're an actress but you're not, when you do it for fun,
bit part,
amateur actress. So she, you know, that's what she did in her spare time. And he'd lived over in London, and he said, oh, we're going to London, and I've got a friend who's we're going to go out for dinner, but we need to meet him at the theatre because he's just got to finish his rehearsals. So we hired this really beautiful old derelict chapel, and we just covered it in sort of candlelights, and we had an actor and actress doing a Romeo and Juliet scene. So they arrived, and I said, oh, I'm really sorry, I think you're here for Bert, but he's still in rehearsal. Would you mind just sitting? He won't be long, you know, you could watch the last scene. So she sat and watched this, and she was just mesmerised by watching this the love scene in Romeo and Juliet. He then Andrew says, oh, I just need to go to the toilet. So he leaves. And then as he walks back, a whole string quartet starts playing, and a choir starts. Wow. And they're sort of all around her. And there's Romeo and
Love
Juliet.
Actually sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was just, I mean, like, oh my God. And it was just beautiful, and we'd done it. Do you know in Italy there's that wall called Juliet's Wall?
Yes.
So we'd made a wall, and he'd just written all these reasons why he loved her, why he wants to marry her, why he wants to spend her. And that's like thoughtful.
That's thoughtful, isn't it?
Yeah.
This makes me want to go home and punch John. But no, he didn't. He's lovely. I'm just like, where are these men coming?
Well, on that note, where can everybody find you? Because you are you're not just doing celebrities.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, is it's whoever comes, they will be given the same service. Whatever their budget, we're here.
And is that important to tell you the budgets that they've got? Or
I hate asking.
Nobody likes talking about money, but you've got to.
I hate talking about money, but I say to them, look, I will work to whatever budget you have. So don't waste anybody's time. Let's just be open, and I will work to that. And I, as I said, I'm really not a great businesswoman. I just love what I do, and it will look amazing. Whatever budget you give me, we'll just tailor it accordingly. Yeah.
So where can Her John find you?
at the One Romance.
To be fair, if he'd done that, I'd be like, no.
What's wrong with you?
At the One Romance, or www.theoneromance.co.uk.
Brilliant.
And hopefully see you soon. And shall we have some cake?
Yeah, let's have some
light
cake.
The candles.
So light the candles.
Light it up.
I just want to say thank you so much for everybody that has been on this journey with us for this last year. We really couldn't have done it without you guys supporting us. Your comments.
Oh, it's on fire! It's on fire! It's on fire!
It's fine.
She was like, oh no, that didn't work. I could see flames from my foot.
And it's true to our name, we are Wedding Mayhem. Honestly, things happen in here that we're not.
I thought you were going to go in.
Sure I can. I burnt my arm, I burnt the carpet.
Would you like me to do it?
I don't know if it's going to work.
I
burnt myself.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
So you
Maybe we shouldn't lie.
No, I think maybe we shouldn't. I think...
I've got so much hairspray in my hair. I'll be up.
At least, I hope it's not a posh carpet. There's a real hole in it.
Oh God,
we're not lighting.
If we think the candle's not working, can we not put it down somewhere? Because we've just had fire.
Anyway, happy anniversary to us.
Find a lighter.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, no.
She's wearing a shirt.
That's not very professional. Ending with a candle that doesn't light.
It was just the way you went, oh, that's not working. And then you're doing this and your foot's on fire.
God.
Oh no. But that makes me look like I'm not good at what I do.
Or you wouldn't have a little flicky what's it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
I never wanted to drink more. Oh, I don't need to drink because Sharon's online. Maybe sign it.
There.